Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV. So, I am watching Untied on Showmax. They have released the first episode. That wasn't supposed to be the first episode. Kanonko. The first episode was supposed to be Noma Ngoma, talking about the breaking up of her marriage, the marriage with Umalusi Kikaba. So, with that story, if you're watching my main channel, you would know that we did a video where Malusi Kikaba was saying that he has an issue with the things that Noma Ngoma talked about on the episode, and that he was going to go to court and try to stop the episode, and he was successful in doing so. Okay. So the producer of the show had sent him sort of like questions and just giving him an opportunity to respond, because of course a big part of the episode was about him and Norma, their life together, and apparently he didn't like what was being said to be in the episode. Now he went to court, and temporarily the court halted the broadcasting of the episode. So that's why they had to replace that episode with Nonku's episode. Obviously, you guys, I'm thinking that they want the first episode to be the episode that people are mostly looking forward to, so that they can end up watching the whole season. Because if the first episode is so good, then you get hooked on the show, and then you end up watching all of the episodes. Okay, now that's why they chose that episode, and I think that most people are looking forward to that interview, because most people are saying, listen, what is even a point of watching Untied if Noma Ngoma is not going to be there? By the way, you guys, temporarily the episode is halted. They might end up releasing it. Now, Nonku's episode was the next, and I'm thinking it was the next best episode in the season that they chose it to be the one. And now, remember, with Nonku, as much as we love Nonku, we've watched her for a long time, reality TV star, Real Housewives star, all of that. There isn't as much interest in her marriage, because this is a marriage that existed before she was in the limelight. I don't even know Nonku's ex-husband. I don't know where he's hiding, because I have never seen somebody even say, here is a picture of Nonku's ex-husband. Okay. We've never seen a picture of him, nothing. Okay. So he's not somebody that is a public figure. So it's like, we are interested in Nonku, but this person was there before Nonku got popular. Do we even want to know about the drama that took place in the marriage? Okay. So I've watched part of it. I think I'm like in like 20 minutes of the episode. And listen, Nonku is always an open book. Okay. So she's easy to interview, because you ask her one question, she tells you 10,000 things. Okay. But I was listening to the episode and I was like, why is Nonku's story changing when it comes to Sfiso Ncwane? Because I remember on the episode, you guys, when the ladies asked her how she met Sfiso Ncwane. Nonku had always maintained, you guys, that with Sfiso Ncwane, it wasn't a cheating situation. It wasn't that Sfiso Ncwane was married to Ayanda and then cheated with Nonku like other people think. Nonku always says that they were in a relationship. Ayanda and Sfiso had broken up. Then they got together, even lived together for some time, Nonku and Sfiso. Then they broke up. Then Nonku went back to Ayanda. Ayanda's side of the story was that it was during the time when she got born again. So they were seeing each other with Sfiso. She got born again. And I guess she wanted to do things different. Then they broke up with Sfiso. Then Sfiso came back, and then they rekindled things. Now, here's a thing that I did not understand, because I remember very clearly, and I have to go find this one, you guys, on Real Housewives. Nonku had said that she once upon a time was at the mall mall parking. She was at the parking at the mall. Okay? And Sfiso Ncwane came out of a car with something, dressed in all white, even white gloves. And I'm like, goes to the mall in a white suit, white shoes, and white gloves. We all know that Sfiso Ncwane liked the white suit, honey. Okay? I don't know why, but he just liked the white suit. Okay? So he saw Sfiso Ncwane in a suit. And I'm like, at the mall, Nonku? Like Sfiso Ncwane went to the mall in a white suit, the one that he used to perform with. But I was like, okay. And then he saw Sfiso Ncwane, and then she ran after Sfiso Ncwane because she used to listen to Sfiso Ncwane's music, ran after Sfiso Ncwane to, ask to speak to him. That's how they met. Okay. I even remember the ladies laughing and shading her, saying, girl, you were a groupie. Okay. You were a groupie, Sfiso Ncwane. That's how you got together with Sfiso Ncwane. And remember at the time, you guys, people were very shady about that situation with Nonku and Sfiso Ncwane because she had brought it up while Ayanda was part of the season 1. By the way, you guys, I still feel like they need to give us another season with Ayanda and Lassie. Okay, but anyway, we're not there today. So the ladies were even shading her, saying, "Kahle kahle when you were a groupie, Sfiso. That's how you ended up sleeping with Sfiso and having a baby." Okay. Now, in this episode of Untied, the story has changed. Okay. So I'm like, listen, my memory might be bad, okay, because I am in that perimenopausal whatever situation. Guys. I'm like, listen, my memory might not be good, but I remember this. You said you met Sfiso at the mall. You ran after Sfiso, and the lady said you were a group. It was a whole thing on Real Housewives. Now you are saying that you met Sfiso because your mother had a guest house. Nonku's mom had a guest house. And Nonku used to help her mom with the guest house, like drive the guests around, prepare for the guests, all of that. Okay. Sfiso comes to stay at Nonku's mom's guest house. Okay. And then, no. Okay, let's rewind. First, Nonku says that one day before she met Sfiso Ncwane, this is what she says on Untied. She said she was just sitting and she hears a song. Okay, they beep the parts where like it's obvious that she's talking about Sfiso Ncwane. Okay, so she said she was listening to, she was just sitting and then she hears this song and she was like, oh my God, I love this song. She says that the Lord calls her to worship. This is before Sfiso comes to the guest house, honey. That was before. She's like, she just felt the need to worship. Okay. And I was like, which song is this? I think it was that one. Kulungile Baba. Yes, because that song be making you feel like you want to change everything about your life and go to heaven immediately. Okay. So she says that she just felt the need to praise, and then she kept playing the song, playing the song. Okay, this is Nonku explaining now how she met Sfiso. Playing the song. She would worship. Okay, fine. She doesn't even know who sings the song, what's the name of the artist and everything. She just loves the song. I'm like, listen, when I hear a song that I love, I'm like, guys, who sings here? Because I want to check out more of that person's music. But Nonku was like, listen, the Lord asked her to listen to this one song. She praised the Lord listening to this one song. I'm like, okay, honey, okay. Then she says, then after that, okay, when she wasn't even thinking about the song anymore, she is helping her mom with the guest at the guest house. And guess who comes? It's Sfiso. But she doesn't know that Sfiso is the one that sings that song. I'm like, you live in KZN, you are a born-again Christian, you listen to gospel music, but you didn't know Sfiso Ncwane. Like, we're supposed to believe that. Like, we are supposed to believe that. At the hike of Sfiso Ncwane's career in gospel music, you, Mama Mfundisi, who listens to the gospel music, didn't know who he was. Honey, But anyway, let me tell you the story. So then she says that she's helping her mom. She's driving this guy around. She's like, when she saw him, she was like, you, iqaba. You know, that's the only thing that is the same in Nonku's story is the fact that Sfiso looks like iqaba. Okay, so he was dressed in white, even the white gloves. I don't know why he would wear white gloves. Okay. And guys, now are you going to do the drums major? It's why was he wearing the white glove? Okay. So now she's busy with this guy, but she was very irritated because she's like, what kind of a person wears clothes like this? Okay. Yes. But she did buy RD underwear, but Anyway, so then one of the days when Sfiso was at the guest house, she was supposed to take Sfiso to his show. Okay. She drives Sfiso to his show and then she was going to, I don't know, wait for him or something. But Sfiso gets off the car, goes to the venue, starts singing the song that had made Nonku praise the Lord. And that's when she realized that it's Sfiso. She ran to the venue now to find Sfiso. So all of a sudden, Sfiso was good enough. But before she knew that Sfiso was singing, she just thought she would see it up. That's how they got together. Okay. Listen, I have no problem how they met. Like, I don't mind you met at the mall, you met by the river, by the rock, whatever. But I'm like, why has the story changed so much? Okay, are you feeling like you don't want people to say what they said on Real Housewives when they started calling you a groupie? Because you had said that, I was like, okay, because you had said that you just met this guy at the mall parking and you ran after him. Now he was at your mother's guest house and you did not know who he was. I think the first version makes sense, you guys, of the story because there is no way that Nonku didn't know Sfiso Ncwane, okay? There is no way that Nonku didn't know Sfiso Ncwane. So the first one made sense to me. When at the mall, you see him, you ride after him. Okay, girl, okay? Sometimes you just have to make a move as a girl, okay? But now she says that she was driving him around for her mother because her mother had a guest house and whatever. I'm like, listen, how much of the lies are we watching on this Untied show? Because sometimes divorce is not as dramatic as people think it is. Just sometimes, and they have to make up some, stories for this Untied show because it wasn't making sense. Like, you can't have met the same person two different ways, okay? You met him. The first time how did you meet him? Was it at the mall or was it the guest house? Okay. So after she heard him singing, and then Nonku just ran to the venue now because she realized it's the guy that sings the song that sent her to heaven. Listen, you guys, I'm still watching this episode, but I'm like, the lies. Is it the lies or is it the truth? Okay. I'm hoping that it's my memory, you guys. I'm hoping it's my memory that doesn't serve me well. But that story has changed. Okay. And guys, like, listen, I do feel like there has to be some kind of respect that you give first to those that have passed. And secondly, this was somebody's husband. Somebody's husband, somebody's father. Can you just leave that man alone? Can you just leave him to sing to the angels and the Lord in heaven? Do you have to talk about that woman's husband once again? Because honestly, you guys, that show is about the breaking up of marriages. You were not married to Sfiso, you were married to another guy. The main story on Untied is really just about Nonku's marriage. The one where she was married to somebody that we've never seen or heard of. But it always goes to Sfiso. I'm guessing that when they called Ayanda to say, Ayanda, okay, she is mentioning your husband here like they did with Melosi Kikaba when they were giving him a chance of reply. I guess maybe they must have done the same with Ulon. And she said, listen, I don't want to be part of that show, Ayanda. Okay, that's why they are bleeping everything. So they bleeped the name Sfiso Ncwane, but we already knew it's him. They bleeped the name of the song, because really she was going to say, the song said Kulungile Baba, because I was looking at her mouth. And I'm like, leave that woman's husband alone, okay? Let him rest with the Lord and sing for the angels of heaven now. You understand? So already I'm 20 minutes into the episode and thinking like, okay, so how much more lies are we going to hear in this episode? Because you can't have met the same person twice, 2 different ways. It's not possible. Did you meet him at the mall or did you meet him at the guest house? Okay. Anyway, you guys, I'm still watching. Okay, I'm still watching. But I have complaints about Nomam Ngoma's episode being halted, because the fact that they halted it means that it had hot news in there. Okay. But okay, what are we going to do? Melissa Kikaba is not having it. Okay. It's not having it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Did you watch the episode, you guys? What did you think about it? I'm still watching, 20 minutes in, and it's a 55 minutes episode. Okay, so I guess maybe later on she says that, listen, I was playing about meeting him at the guest house. I actually met him at the mall. Maybe she comes to her senses later on. But for now, I'm just confused with how do you meet one man 2 different ways, okay, at 2 different places. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumayona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginethanda kakhulu.